This is some test video using this new camcorder to me. This is a Sony Handycam CCD-TR700. With steady shot, I can go ahead and turn that off. You can probably see the difference when I go ahead and turn it back on if I can. And since this does not support 16:9 mode, steady shot will always work. You can have the date or the time, not both. There are no digital effects. It does not support 16:9, as I think I just mentioned. Let's see. Can you invoke the menu? Yes, you can invoke the menu while it's on. I don't know if you can actually change any of these options. We can try. So I apparently just turned on wind cut mode. So we'll see what that does. This does have a stereo microphone. I'm going to turn that off. And then we will turn on the zoom mic. Again, I'm assuming that it's actually going to work. So there's an example of the zoom mic. Back to normal. So we'll go ahead and we'll turn that off. If I can find the switch to turn it off. There we go. Off. Thank you. And it's also got some, I have it in auto lock mode right now like I usually do. I'm going to take it out of automatic mode. Turn on manual focus. I don't believe you get a focus ring on this one. No, you gotta use the, I don't know if it's even really working. Or if there's something special that I need to do with it. If maybe that's not the control I'm supposed to use. It doesn't seem to be working. I'm trying to change the focus right now and it's not really doing anything. So we'll just put it back into autofocus. Automatic exposure, that is doing something. So we got manual exposure. You have a couple of program AE modes. And of course, white balance. Daylight. Incandescent. And that's it. It's also got a hold feature, which I guess you put it into automatic mode, let it automatically figure it out, and then push the button and it'll hold it where it is. Just put everything back into auto mode. I can manually issue an index mark, but with using this button here. I don't know if that'll do something or not. Just pushed it again. Probably wasn't a good idea to do that. And otherwise, I think that's really it for the things that I can show you. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and stop this recording and see if it... Oh, actually, I'm sorry. It also has a couple of different fades. The regular fade, which you just saw, and the mosaic fader. So I guess you can get a pretty good idea as to how well it works. It seems to be working fine. Unlike the other camera I got today, which won't be getting the video. I'm so upset with it because this is the end result. So there were a bunch of videos I'd recorded on that of other camcorders and probably a couple other things as well. I don't know what was on that tape, so I don't even know what I need to remake videos of now, unless I can somehow splice that tape back together, which I seriously doubt. So, but, of course, that's probably exactly what I get for using a tape of video that I want to save on it to try out a camcorder. It's the last time I ever do that. I don't trust that a camcorder is going to work. Anyway, the listing says that it will. So that's going right back where it came from. Be contacting the seller about that later. It's actually a really interesting camera. That was actually rather rare. I'd never heard of these before. I'll see if I can go find it. But go get it. Maybe not. It's not really privy to this video, but it was a Nikon VN500 8mm camera, video 8. So I have it downstairs right now. I really don't feel like going down there just to get that camera. So I guess we'll find out if this video turned out. Corroded capacitor disease. I think the video turned out just fine. So I'm going to go ahead and take it around for a little bit more of a demo, at least while this battery still works. Somebody has, of course, once again left the TV on. Might run out of tape first, though. Off. Thank you. Yeah, we're running out of tape. I got about 5 minutes. And the battery is now also running out. That's awesome. But you can get an idea as to how well it works. I hope. That's the extent of the zoom. We'll just let it go till the battery runs out. Okay, so I actually spliced that tape that you saw earlier back together. And I'm importing it right now. It's not going to be usable as a videotape again, but I don't really care. I just want the footage that's on it, because that was about 50 minutes worth of video, and I don't really feel like going and figuring out what all was on those 50 minutes of video. So, thankfully that will be fixable. Unfortunately, this is not. I did actually go ahead and get it. This is the Nikon VN500 8mm camera. It's just a rebadged Sony Handycam, but I had no idea that Nikon actually rebadged these things. And that is the same Nikon that manufactures digital cameras and SLRs and things like that, DSLRs. But anyway, you can see here the lens is kind of messed up. It's not really supposed to do that. I don't want it to fall or anything like that. And so too is this. It feels like it does something, but it really doesn't, and it shouldn't sound like that. So, I mean, this design is pretty similar to the CCD-TR700, although it's got stereo audio. But otherwise, it's pretty much the same camera. It's even got these lights back here. You can see shipping damage there. This thing was definitely damaged in shipping, and I'm not really sure why, because the packaging was actually fairly decent. I might go get that over here in a second, but this was definitely broken. There should be, I have it around here somewhere, there's a eyepiece that's supposed to go over this. It's not there. And obviously the lens is broken, although that might have been like that before, I don't know. So this has definitely seen action. I mean, you can probably see it. Yeah, there we go. So somebody has extricated this tape, or extricated something from this tape basket before. I don't know if they were successful or not, but I'm wondering if that is what contributed to the damage that occurred to the tape that I tried putting in. Wouldn't really be surprised. Anyway, it's really too bad, though, because otherwise it's a fairly nice camera. It's just completely useless. So I'll be speaking to the seller about that. But I guess for this video, I'm going to be going ahead and switching over to the RCA DSP-3, and we'll take a look at this camcorder. Alright, here it is. The Handycam Video Hi8 CCD-TR700. It says 4A, which I would take to mean 1994. I did go ahead and replace the 2025 battery, which is installed in the bottom. Take a look at the control layout. This does not have an automatic lens shutter. In fact, it doesn't have one at all. You're expected to use a lens cap, which this has. It also has got a 52mm UV filter on it. Same basic control set as the majority of Handycams. You get your usual options there. The menu buttons are way up there. It's also got a second record start stop switch. Your playback controls are right here. This one actually features the ability to record to tape. It's got a color viewfinder, which is really nice. It's so old enough that it predates the info-lithium system. Here's your lock standby. Pretty typical control layout. Being a Hi8 model, it's got the S video, as well as the stereo audio and output for the video there. And here's the external microphone, which features the plug-in power system, so you can use an electric condenser microphone. And of course, on the top is where things do get kind of interesting. We have the zoom mic here, and these are the two regular microphones. Also worth noting is just how big this thing really is. I mean, I'd say that's probably a good 1.5 inches in diameter right there. That's just insane. Usually they aren't that big. So the low light sensitivity on this thing is probably actually really good. I just haven't fully tested it, because it's broad daylight outside, so I can't really fully test it. Anyway, I think that's going to just about do it for this video. Very short, sweet, and to the point. So, thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. And this is CP666 signing off, and I hope to see you next time. Till then.